Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to Am I the Asshole Podcast. And guess what? It is Patreon Day. Let's go, baby. And today is the free April Patreon Day episode. Man, do we got a show for you guys, you lovely people on the free 99 side. Guess what? You're getting a Friday episode. Oh man, you're gonna see what it's like over here on the Patreon, where you guys get the juicy of the juiciness, and you get a little taste, a little bit of a little taste tester, that I give you guys every single month. And if you're enjoying what you see over here, definitely think about getting on Patreon, patreon.com/My The Asshole Podcast, man. Definitely think about getting in there and getting that episode every single Friday, man. It's what we do. It's how we do it, man. But without further ado, let's get into today's thread. Today's thread is, what made you regret having sex with that person? All right, so let's see what made y'all regret doing the nasty with that person. Chlamydia. Okay. God damn. Hey, wrap it up, man. Wrap it up sometimes, All right, what made you regret having the smecks with that person? The stalking gave me the wrong impression. That's crazy. That is wild. Imagine smashing with somebody and then they just stalk you everywhere you go. And it's like, yo, bruh, this was a one-time thing. Get over it. It ain't gonna happen again. Damn, that's wild. All right, what made you regret having the smecks with that person? Everything smelled great until it didn't.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Wait. Huh? So I guess she was smelling copacetic down there, and then all of a sudden she was just like, well, you know what? I'm going to stop taking showers. And the coochie stank just took over. That's wild. Wow, that's wild. True shit. Okay. Damn. What made you regret having the smecks with that person? She was my best friend up until we did it. Ooh, yeah, that was one of those things where they thought that, oh yeah, this would be great. We're already best friends. Everything is fantastic. We get along. They had sex, and all of a sudden she was like, yo, you're trash. I mean, let's be honest here, bro. Like, yeah, a lot of times it's like you guys may be like great for each other, but you may not be great sexually for each other. You may not be like sexually compatible. Damn. Okay, what made you regret having sex with that person? When she told me she had a boyfriend after, yo. I mean, you still won in this situation. Because it's like, you got the booty, he got cheated on. But if I'm being honest with you, I'd have been like, get the fuck out of my house. You know what I mean? And if I was at her place, I would have left immediately. Because I ain't about to die over no coochie, bruh. I've always said it on the show. I would never get with a girl that's got a boyfriend or that's got a husband or whatever. Nah, because these dudes be crashing out. And dudes ain't fighting no more. Dudes ain't fighting no more. They shooting motherfuckers now. So, yeah, no, I'm good. We ain't having that. We are not having that. There is no way in hell I'm about to be messing with some other dude's girl and I get clapped up. Yeah, nah, man. Or I become somebody's op or whatever. Nah, I'm good. I am good on that. Damn. What made you regret having sex with that person? Her husband showing up halfway through. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yo, Bro, the husband coming in, dude. Oh, and you just mid-stroke too. Damn, son. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Because I guarantee you, homeboy did not get up out that house without a few, bumps and bruises. Guarantee you, homeboy was trying to knock his head off. Damn, what made you regret having sex with that person? The 13-year relationship that followed. Whoa, shit. Was it really that bad? I mean, you spent 13 years with this person. Was it really that bad? I mean, shit. This person must have done something like so horrible to you to the point where you decided, you know what, I'm going to fuck off the entire relationship. Like, forget the whole thing, Damn. Wow, that's wild. That is wild. All right, what made you regret having sex with that person? Genital warts. Damn. Y'all motherfuckers need to wrap it up. Y'all need to get you some jimmies, man. You gotta wrap it before you tap it, dog. Because y'all just be out here in these streets putting it just raw dogging anything. Like, what are you doing, man? Not all the holes you fall into are clean. That's crazy. All right. What made you regret having sex with that person? We used to date, super sexually compatible. She was living with my sister. She asked to be fuck buddies for a while because she was right next door and we knew all each other's buttons real well. Okay. Well, she suddenly developed this kink out of nowhere where she'd ask me to slap her face, specifically her face. It was never hard enough. She always asked me to slap her harder. I wasn't comfortable with it and eventually refused to keep doing it and told her to stop asking. Found out a few months later she was trying to get me to leave marks so she could call the police and accuse me of rape as revenge for the breakup. If I wasn't a bleeding heart vanilla soft boy, I'd probably still be sitting in a prison cell somewhere. That is crazy. What in the hell? See, I can't do that stuff. The whole slap me and choke me, all that shit. I can't do none of that, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm a vanilla soft boy too. I don't know. But if I'm being straight, I can't do all that stuff. I don't mind twisting you up like a pretzel, you know what I mean? Smashing you like that. I don't mind I don't know, doing a little crazy shit, but I'm not about to physically hurt you. You know what I mean? I'll smack your butt or something. I'll do something like that, but I'm not about to beat on your ass. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it's hot, and the girl's all harder or whatever, and it's okay, cool, but I'm not about to be slapping you in the face or choking you out because I'm not about to be leaving hand marks on your neck and I'll leave hickeys and shit like that, but I'm not about to be slapping you up and punching you up and all that kind of stuff. Nah, man, because of that exact reason right there. That's crazy talk, bro. God damn. Okay, what made you regret having sex with that person? After sex, they went to the mirror and started flexing and checking himself out. Wow. Okay. Whew, my man, I guess, was feeling himself. And you could have tore this man's whole world down. You want to know how you could have done that? You could have just been like, hey, yo, buddy, don't think you're that hot shit. I didn't come. His world would come crashing down. Oh, man. Homeboy would just be like, oh, yeah. And then you're like, oh, I didn't come. And he's just, oh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, or you nutted too quick or some shit. Woo, man. I ain't even got to tell you, ladies. You already know. Y'all know how to just rip our egos out of our hearts, man. It's cool. I ain't tripping. I mean? Sometimes us dudes, we be thinking we killing it in the bedroom. You know what I mean? We got you moaning and groaning and doing all the good stuff, and then we're like, oh. We bust our nut, and then you're just like, that was aight. And you're just like, oh, come on, man. For real? You out here sweating. You know what I mean? You out here sweating up a storm. You like, come on, girl. Yeah, you know, hey, just is what it is. Can't win them all, you know. What made you regret having sex with this person? She literally told me she was pregnant with my baby 3 hours after we had sex. Wait. What? What? I don't think it happens that fast, ma'am. You know what I mean? I just busted my nut in you. I don't think it happens that fast. Like, what the fuck? Don't stick your dick in crazy, gentlemen. Yeah, facts. Because if I'm being straight with you, bro, it don't happen that fast. Like, come on, girl, you're crazy. You're absolutely insane. It don't happen that fast. She just got pregnant by some old loser. That's what it was. She got pregnant by some loser, and then she was just like, well, fuck, let me just go get me like a decent dude and try to get him to take care of this nigga's baby. Yeah, man. Woo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, y'all motherfuckers need to wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. Man, y'all crazy. What made you regret having sex with that person? When it was obvious that he was just using me. Oh, damn. I guess he was just busting him some nuts. And she's over here just like, I'm in love. And he's just like, man, I just like busting nuts. Damn, that sucks. What made you regret having sex with that person? As if the consistent answering of video calls from his female friends wasn't enough, he body shamed me horribly once I came back to my place. Still glad to this day that I puked prawns on his dick. Oh, that's gross. Wow, that's nasty. Oh my God, that's nasty. Yeah, some of you girls, you can't do all that, you know what I mean, when you down there sucking it. Like, I get it, you know, but not all of y'all got no gag reflex. You know, y'all gotta pace yourself and know your limits, because that's just nasty. That is nasty as fuck. That, like, boner gone, bro. Boner gone. I mean, I guess, I mean, you know, with the female friends thing, I guess. I mean, that seemed like it was kind of a little more insecure on your end, if I'm being straight with you, but it is what it is. I get it. People have preferences and stuff, so I understand that. Body shaming is crazy, though. That's a little wild. It's like, I don't know why you would be with a girl that you're body shaming. Like, bro, come on. You know what I mean? Like, but you still having sex with her. You know what I mean? Come on. Like, why are you over here like body shaming her? You don't like the way her body looks or whatever the case may be, but you still smashing. So get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, man. All right. What made you regret having sex with that person? Stop talking to me after. Damn. Yeah, a lot of dudes be going through that. They do. A lot of dudes go through that. Oh, I've been there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been there once or twice. You know, I'm thinking like, oh man, everything's going smooth with the girl. Everything's chilling. All this, we doing the dang thing. You know what I mean? We smash, and then she's just gone. I'm like, wait, what happened? Where you going? Like, if you just wanted to smash, we could have did this on the first date. You know what I mean? Like, we could have just did this on the first little hangout, and we'd have been chilling. I would have walked away with this kind of knowing what was going on. You know what I mean? Knowing what I'm getting myself into. Instead, you wanted to, like, have me take you out on a couple dates and, you know what I mean, court you and do all this other shit. Like, bro, we could have just fucked, and that'd have been that. Hey, man, why are you out here wasting my time for? All right, what made you regret having sex with that person? I don't like casual sex. It's empty and thankless, and doesn't even feel good as staying in and jerking off. All right, I only fucked her because I actually liked her. She did not feel the same. Hey, we just talked about that. I ain't gonna lie to you though. You know, real coochie though feel better than jerking off. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I don't know if I agree with that one, because for me, you know, beating the meat is cool, but getting some coochie is better. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Getting the coochie is just, that's top tier, son. I ain't gonna lie, man. Teach his own, I guess, but I don't know. All right, what made you regret having sex with that person? Found out about her hidden coke habit in kids she didn't have custody of, plus an anger issue that resulted in me being stabbed. Yo!
God damn.
That nigga got stabbed. That's wild. And this is why you don't date women who got drug problems, bro. Oh my God. And I've told this story on the podcast before. I met a girl on a dating app and I thought she was hella cool. She was very beautiful. She was a nurse, you know what I mean? And it kind of fit with my lifestyle because I'm very busy. She's kind of very busy. So we were able to kind of be like, hey, you know, it's cool. Like, but we were always able to text each other. We met up, had our first date. Fantastic. I took her to this little spot where, you know, it's weird because it's like a Mexican spot, but they serve like, you know, American food. It's kind of weird. But yeah, we had like burgers and fries, and then we went, you know, and they got a little place where you can dance and shit, and you can be like shaking your hips and whatnot, you know, like Shakira. And so, you know, we did our thing. We ate some food, we shake our hips, we had a good time. And then she's like, hey, you know, I'd love to meet up with you again, but I got work this day. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, if you want to hang out, how about you just come over? We hang out for a little bit and then you just go to work. She was like, cool, I'm down. And so, you know, I give her the address, wait for her, you know, meet her outside. And then as I'm walking on our way in, she's just like, I'm sorry. Before she got there, she was like, oh, you know, I'm going to be a little late. I got to go pick something up. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't think nothing of it. And then she gets here. I meet her, and then I was curious, and I was like, what did you have to go pick up? You know, I'm thinking it was just like, you know, maybe some waters or drinks or I don't know. We were going to be here for a couple hours. So I was thinking maybe she bought snacks or something. I don't know. And she was just like, oh yeah, I got a little bit of something of this. And she showed me it was a little tiny baggie and it had some white powder in it. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, it's nothing. It's just a little thing, whatever, blah, blah. And I'm just like, no. You are not about to bring the booger sugar up in my house, girl. What the fuck you doing? That is not about to be, no, we not about to do that. You're not about to bring that shit into my house. Like, the fuck are you talking about? And she got all mad, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? You're boring, and this and that. And I'm just like, girl, get the fuck out of here. And that, nah, man, she went 0 to 100. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, she was hella cool. And then all of a sudden, she just got bitchy out of nowhere. And I was just like, bro, what do you mean? How you gonna get mad at me when you trying to bring hardcore drugs in my house? Like, that's craziness. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Those kind of girls, I probably would have got stabbed if I would have stayed with her. You know? Like, dude, nah, man. Nah. What made you regret having sex with that person? When I looked over my shoulder and he was watching porn on his phone, that's crazy. That is crazy. Bruh. My homeboy is hitting it from the back, watching porn. That's crazy. As if, like, that isn't stimulating enough. Like, dude. Some guys are just extremely addicted to porn, man. Like a normal girl just can't get them hard. Let alone even get them off. They can't get hard unless they're like watching a porn video. That's wild, man. That is wild to me. These niggas, man, they got too much time on their hands. That's what it really comes down to. They just got too much time on their hands because, like, for me, I'm a busy dude. And, you know, I beat my meat here and there. But if I'm being straight with you, I'm too busy to even, like, have that be something that I'm either constantly thinking about or I do regularly. It's like, dude, y'all must have way too much time on your hands. Like, god damn, for it to be like that's all you think about, and then you're doing it all the time, and so much to the point where, like, it's an addiction. Like, bro, you got a problem, man. Yeah, that's insane. And then while you're having sex, you're watching porn. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Damn. All right, what made you regret having sex with that person? I brought up the idea of us getting tested and he blocked me. Yo.
Bruh.
Homeboy had something. He was trying to burn you. That's what it was. Yeah, he had that dirty dick. That's what it was. Homeboy had him a dirty dick, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Honestly, man, that type of shit should be illegal. You know what I mean? It should be illegal to not know that, like, or to have sex with somebody and not tell them that you know, got something going on. Like, that shit should be illegal, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. Dude, I used to know a guy back in high school. He was like, well, it was like tail end of high school. So, you know what I mean? He was a year older than us. So I was 18. He was 19. And he already graduated. And I remember he was telling me he was dating an older girl that was like a college girl or whatever. And we were like, bro, we were like, low key, man, she a hoe. Like, she getting smashed out in college. Like, what are you doing? Why she was even dating him, I don't know. That to me was kind of weird because she was like 23 and he was only 19. And she was in college. I guess it's because he had a job, but I don't know. I really don't know, because it's a simple thing of like, bro, this is not making sense. But yeah, she had that dirty cooch, man. She got it from frat boys, and so he didn't realize it for a while, and then out of nowhere he started noticing, yeah, shit down there wasn't looking right, and I was like, yep, told you, dog, hey, she was a hoe. That's wild. What made you regret having sex with that person? I dated a gorgeous and funny woman who happened to also be deaf. Sounds made during orgasm haunt me to this day. Damn. I'm going to hell. And the only reason I say that is because I know, I'm just picturing the sounds of those moans. I guarantee you, bro, she was just like, oh. Hey, if you laugh, you're going to hell too, man. You're going to hell right with me, bro. Because we all know that that's what she was doing. She's like, oh. God damn it, man. Oh, I couldn't do it, man. Oh, I couldn't do it, bro. Nah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I remember there was a time I hooked up with a girl, and she had very, like, deep voiced moans, and it was weird. It was so weird. I don't know how I, like, got through the whole session. Like, I still busted my nut. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it was just weird because the entire time she was like, oh, and I was like, wait, why is her voice like that? And I, you're thinking, oh, it was probably a tranny. No, she was a regular girl. And all the parts looked right. Everything was chilling. It was just like, and honestly, her laugh was kind of like that too, where she kind of laughed like, oh, you know what I mean? But her voice would just be light. Like when she would talk, her voice would be nice and light, it'd be sweet and all that kind of stuff. But it was just whenever she would like laugh or, or moan or whatever, her voice would just have like this tenor to it. And I'm like, what the heck? And she's like, oh, I'm always embarrassed about it because, I've always been made fun of it, this and that. And that's why I don't really like to laugh and da-da-da. And I was just like, that's kind of weird. And it's just sometimes, you just get those kind of girls, and it's just weird. It's just weird. But yeah, man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with a deaf girl. I couldn't, man. I would try, but it'd be tough. It'd be tough, man. That moment would take you out of the headspace, All right, I'm going to do two more in thread. What made you regret having sex with this person? Don't have sex with someone you wouldn't eat breakfast with the next day, and nothing good ever happens after midnight kids. Honestly, that is so facts. Because I remember there was a time, right, where it was me and my best friend, and we were out for our other friend's birthday. And he did like a party bus thing, right? And my boy My boy was, he was chopping it up with this pretty girl. She was so beautiful. She was a great girl, all that stuff. They were doing their thing, and I was like, I get it, bro. And, I was wingmanning them a little bit here and there, talking them up, you know what I mean? And so then they ended up leaving to, like, our hotel, because we had like a hotel, people who got like a little too drunk or a little too fucked up, you can stay at the hotel, and that way you don't have to drive home drunk or whatever, try to find a ride. So they like dip away from everybody, they go get an Uber, and they go to the hotel. They go to the hotel, right? They smash, do their thing, they're asleep by the time everybody else gets to the hotel room. So everybody else gets to the hotel room, right? And we're sleeping, we're doing our thing, blah blah blah. We wake up the next morning, and he's like, yo, I can't stand that girl. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, bro, she was just horrible in bed. And he was explaining to me like why she was horrible in bed and this and that. And so they're literally like sitting across from each other, because we're having like the breakfast at the hotel. And so they're like sitting across from each other, and it's just awkward. Like you could feel the tension between them two just in the air. And I'm sitting next to him, and so I could see her, and she's just like being hella weird, and he's being hella weird. And so I'm in the middle of this like weirdness, and I thought everything went well. I was like, y'all went back to the spot, y'all smashed this and that. But I guess it was a thing where she was like, I don't want to say controlling in bed, but she was just kind of like far too directional, where she was just like, no, don't do this, do that. No, do this, do it like that. No, you got to do it like this. No, do it like that. And so he was just like, bruh, he was like, I didn't even finish. He was like, bro, she was giving me too many directions and this and that. Like she wasn't just kind of letting it naturally happen and just, letting the sex go about. She just, I guess, wanted it to happen a certain way. And then he was like, wait. He was like, are you a virgin or something? Because it seems like you kind of want this to happen a certain way or the right way. And then all of a sudden, she's just like, oh no, well, like, if we're going to be dating, I got to make sure. And he's like, whoa, hold up. All right, we're not dating. We're just being we're just hooking up, right? Like this is the whole thing. And then, so it was a thing where like my boy thought they were hooking up, and then she thought like, oh my God, we're going to be in a like relationship after this, And so that was where the awkwardness came in. And I was like, oh, that's a bit awkward, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. So, woo, you know what I mean? Hey, I feel it, bro. I feel it. Don't have sex with somebody that you wouldn't eat breakfast with, because that shit gets mad awkward. All right, it's going to be our last one. What made you regret having sex with that person? When I finally got sober and remembered that I was never physically or emotionally attracted to him and was just horny. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Shit. I mean, it happens sometimes, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like I get it. We're adults. You know what I mean? And so sometimes, you know what I mean, you feeling a little something, and you just want a little something. I feel it. But again, when I go back to the story where it was like she thought it was going to be a relationship and he thought it was just a hookup, you got to make that stuff kind of clear, if I'm being straight, before you guys like do the dang thing. Like, hey, look, man, this is just hooking up. I mean, this ain't nothing for real. Like, and she had beer goggles like a motherfucker. She woke up next to that motherfucker and was like, ah. Oh, man. She was freaked. She's like, oh my God. They're like, I let that inside me? Jesus Christ. What is going on here? What did I do? God damn. Jesus, you're ugly. No, I guarantee that's what she was thinking. God damn, man. That's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread. That was, oh my goodness. Whew. Woo. If it ain't diseases, it's y'all fucking people that you just ain't got no business fucking with. Hey, but that's the climate of dating nowadays, with being straight with you. You know what I mean? It's just a whole melding pot of people who are just kind of fucking around. They ain't really doing nothing. They ain't really doing anything meaningful. You know, they're just kind of figuring it all out, if you're being honest. So, hey, it just is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I've been part of it too. You know, bitches trying to bring drugs in your house and all that kind of stuff. Hey, shit, one dude got stabbed. That's wild to me. That's wild to me that one dude got stabbed. Shit. Oh, man. All right. We're going to hop through announcements, and then we'll get to our scenarios for today's free Patreon day episode. So, Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. If you want to get an exclusive episode every single Friday, like this episode today, definitely get in on the Patreon, man. $3 a month, get you that exclusive episode. And we have over 80 hours of content over there on the Patreon for you guys to consume and enjoy. All right. And all the threads are just juicy like crazy. All the scenarios are wild as fuck over there. And yeah, man, I like to do these free ones. That way it kind of gives you guys a little glimpse into what Patreon's got going on over there. All right. And so audio listeners, keep downloading the podcast as well as rating us 5 stars. Appreciate all of the support you guys have been showing, man. It's been really, really awesome. If you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. And also check us out on Kick or Twitch, man. Check us out. My handles are over here. Check your boy out. We go live every Monday, 5 p.m. We're always playing a random game, doing our thing, man. It's awesome, you know. You guys get to just kind of get in there, talk with your boy, have a good time. We've been doing our thing, man, having a good time. I enjoy the live streaming aspect and stuff. It's really awesome. It's really, really awesome. So definitely get in there, man. Check it out. Again, Monday, 5 p.m., that's when we go live, baby. I try to go live for at least 4 hours. Because a lot of times, man, your boy be tired as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, you know, a lot of times I stream till maybe like 9 or 10, and then your boy goes to bed. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I go to bed right after going live. But yeah, get in there, talk with your boy. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can ask me whatever kind of questions you want to ask me. You know what I mean? I kind of look at it like nothing is really off limits, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'll ask, I'll answer anything. You know, I've got no problem with it. So definitely get in there, man. But yeah, appreciate all the support. I really, really do. It's been super awesome. I'm so glad that this show has been able to find a home for a lot of you guys. It's been able to help you guys either pass the day or, you know, help you through a tough time in life, all that good stuff. It's been awesome, man. You know what I mean? I've been loving the support and the kind of connections we've been having, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube, or just through the live streams. So everything has been awesome. I do appreciate you guys, man. I won't ever forget it, if I'm being honest with you. All right, but without further ado, we're going to get into today's scenarios. We got some wild ones for today. All right, so let's get on into them. Am I overreacting? Walked in on my boyfriend, passed out with his junk out, and a photo of his coworker's butt on his phone. That is crazy.
Bruh.
My man was beating his meat to his coworker's booty cheeks. All right, so me 34 and then boyfriend 29 had a bit to drink tonight and went to bed much before me. I got up to go to the bathroom and he was laying there with his pants down and his phone was open to a photo of what I believe to be his coworker's butt sitting on a stool, clothed, not even sure if she knew he took it. That's crazy. My boy snuck a photo of her booty while it was sitting down on a stool or some shit, and he was straight beating his meat to it. I scrolled and saw there were 2 similar photos, and they were in recent deleted folders, so it's obvious he was trying to hide it. I woke him up, asked what the hell is this, and he tried to lie and say he didn't know what I was talking about, but he was too incoherent to even argue with, and I was too mad. I didn't freak out or start anything. I just walked away, and he passed back out. Now I'm sitting on the couch trying to figure out what the hell to do. All feelings aside, logistically, a split would be a nightmare because we live together and we're fairly codependent. But to me, at this moment, feels like a deal breaker. We've been together for 5 years now and have been madly in love with each other, or so I thought. I mean, I don't think that means that he's not in love with you. We'll get through the scenario and I'll elaborate. Lately I felt like he does not care about me at all, like I'm not even an afterthought in his daily life. Additionally, I put up with his insecurity and jealousy when I have done nothing wrong. He's always suspicious of me, and it's always made me wonder if he's just projecting. This pretty much confirms it. I feel so disgusted, and I just don't know what to think or what to do. Overall, he's very supportive and puts up with a lot of my bullshit, and I his, but I don't want to make excuses for him. But it would be one thing if it was just porn, but photos of someone he knows and spends every day with. Am I overreacting? Yes, I definitely think you're overreacting, because for him, this picture of this girl that he knows and porn are just one and the same for him. It is just fap fuel at the end of the day. I guarantee you it's a thing where he wouldn't even date this girl. Would he fuck her? 100%. He would if he was single. I'm sure he's the type of guy where he kind of understands the situation, and he looks at it like, oh, I'm not going to cheat on my girl with this girl or anything like that, because for one, I don't want to be in a relationship with her. Two, it's just a lust thing. So, you know, if I did have sex with her and ruin my relationship with my girl, then I just went ahead and ruined my relationship for some meaningless sex that honestly meant nothing to me. He doesn't love this girl. He doesn't find this girl, you know, more important than you. At the end of the day, this is just fucking fat fuel for homeboy. That's all it is. That's how he sees this. Now, as far as, you know, you saying his insecurities and all this kind of stuff, I mean, I guess you could call them insecurities if you want, but personally, I just think it's a thing where he looks at it like, hey, you know, I know that for you, it's for her, it's easy to like make shit happen. So, like, if she's talking to another dude, right, and she happens to get mad at him and whatnot, and she gets to a point where she does connect with one of these dudes, well, guess what? You know, there's a high likelihood that she could actually do something, versus if he were to try to do something with this girl that he has the booty picture of, and most likely this girl probably knows that he has a girlfriend. She'd probably be reluctant to actually do anything with him, and it wouldn't work out. But he knows that on the other's foot, if you were to get upset, or if she were to get upset and decide, oh, I'm going to do something with this dude, even if it's just like going out with him, or, you know what I mean, being extra flirty or whatever the case may be, it could go somewhere. And so that's why I don't think it's really being insecure. I think it's just being a little more protective of the relationship, because obviously it's easier for you to have a little situation on the side than it is for me. Again, this girl is just lustful fat fuel. I don't give a shit about this chick, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I bust my nut and I forget about her. Like, that's just is what it is. That's just how a dude's mind works. And again, he doesn't see you as less important than this girl, because I guarantee you what it is she looks at it like, oh, he doesn't care about me anymore. He wants to date this girl. He's in love with this girl. He wishes that he could be with her, and that's not what it is at all. That is far from the truth. I guarantee you, he is not doing anything with this girl, and he's only, you know, lusting after her in these ways, so that way it does not affect the relationship. He's like, I'm not doing anything. I ain't cheating on you. I'm just being my meat. That's all I'm doing. Like, why am I going to ruin my relationship? Because you already said it that you guys are fairly codependent on each other. So again, he understands the situation as well. Like, holy shit, if we break up, like, yo, I'm going to have to figure some shit out. Like, why would I do that? And then on top of that, I guarantee you he loves you. I guarantee you he cares about you. It's just a thing where he's like, shit, I'm just being my me. She's like any old other girl, but you look at it like, oh, because, he knows her. And it's like, I guarantee you, homegirl ain't trying to be with him. Homegirl ain't trying to do nothing with him, and he knows that. And that's why he had to sneak a picture of her booty. And, it'd be different if they were like texting and talking and she sent a picture. Now, then you would not be overreacting because of the simple fact that they already got something kind of established. Now, yeah, in that situation, yeah, he probably wants to be with her and he don't care about you. But the fact that he had to sneak a picture, come on, man, that tells you already right then and there. For one, this girl ain't gonna do nothing with him. And then for two, he looks at it like, shit, why am I gonna try to go after some girl that clearly not gonna want to be with me when I could just be with my girl and I'm just gonna beat my meat to this chick? Like, I don't really care. And then I guarantee you, he's probably beating his meat because you're probably denying him sex, if I'm being straight with you. Like, a lot of times dudes only do this shit because they ain't getting coochie from their girl. Like, let's be real. You don't have sex with your man, well, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna start lusting after other chicks. You know what I mean? It don't mean that he loved these girls. It don't mean that he wants to be with them over you. It just means that he's like, yo, I nigga need to bust a nut. And I guarantee you he wanted to have sex with you that night. And you were probably like, nah, I'm tired. Nah, I don't want to. I'm not in the mood. I guarantee you. And that's why he was so bold enough to do it like that. Like, come on, man. Let's be real here. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. But yeah, I think you are definitely overreacting. He don't want her like that. Give your man some more sex. And he'd be high. He'd be straight. I don't think that you should break up with him over this. That, I think, is kind of crazy, if I'm being straight with you. Homeboy, literally, he don't see this girl as anything potential. I mean, he looks at it like, yeah, I'd have sex with her, but that's probably it. All right. Am I the asshole? I caught my boyfriend kissing my best friend at my party. Yo, that's wild. Absolutely wild. What? Okay, so I, 19 female, hosted a party on Sunday, and long story short, a bunch of people ended up coming, way more than I planned. My house and garden were full. It was good until it wasn't. The party went crazy around 11 p.m. Lots of people started turning up, and it was starting to get crazy, but I was drunk and I didn't care. I was with my boyfriend for most of the night. However, I lost him at one point. I was chilling with some other friends in my garden when a girl I know came up to me and told me she saw my boyfriend being pulled upstairs by my best friend. Yo! That's crazy. So that means the best friend facilitated a lot of that, if I'm being honest with you. If she the one pulling him up there, come on now. She definitely facilitated a lot of that. I mean, the boyfriend still got his blame in this. I ain't gonna lie to you. He still got his blame in it just because he's going through with it. And it's like, come on, man. You know that's your girl's best friend. You know that. That's crazy to me. All right. I rushed upstairs and I checked all the rooms apart from my parents' room and I couldn't see them. Finally, I opened the door to my parents' room to find them kissing on my parents' bed. I was filled with rage. I started yelling at both of them, and my boyfriend immediately tried to apologize while my best friend started crying, but I wasn't having it. I stopped the whole party and kicked everyone out, everyone now making me out to be the bad one, as I stopped everyone's fun because I caught them kissing and saying it was just a kiss. It's not that deep. I should have forgiven them and kept the party going. He's now texting me saying that I ruined everyone's night over a small kiss and that I should stop being a dick and forgive him. It was one small mistake. I don't know what to do. I still love him, but it hurts so much. You're letting him gaslight the fuck out of you, bro. He is gaslighting the fuck out of you. That's crazy. Look. You can't forgive this dude. And you want to know why? It's because if you wouldn't have came through that door, he would have fucked her. Come on, man. And she wanted it. The fact that she was the one leading him up the stairs, she facilitated it and he went along with it. I mean, it's like, come on now. See, your best friend really ain't your friend, if I'm being straight with you. And that bitch is not your friend. Oh, God, no. She is not your friend. She been eyeing your man since you guys started dating, if I'm being straight with you. She was just like, whoa, look at that. And I guarantee the boyfriend was just like, she's cute, but she ain't as cute as my girl. But, I mean, if given the chance, I'm going to take it. And I guarantee that's how he looked at it. He was like, oh, yeah? Oh, for real? All right, sure. Let's go upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Yeah, bro. You got to step away from both of them, sadly. That sucks. Because you're losing a best friend and you're losing a boyfriend. Like, that's all bad. Like, it's because it's bad enough to lose a boyfriend, but you always have your friends to go to. You know what I mean? And you can talk to them and cry on their shoulder and all that good stuff. But you can't even do that. You can't even, because that bitch ain't your friend. She was trying to steal your man from day one. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I've seen it on this show at least a couple times. At least enough times I can count on one hand. I've seen it on this show where, friends have gone in there, whether it's like a dude and his buddy, fucks his girl, or it's a girl and, it smashes, the best friend's brother or some shit. It's always something. And so it's like, yeah, they got an agenda and they were just there for that. That's all it really was. Damn. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. Ah, damn. Am I wrong for feeling like my boyfriend isn't doing enough? Really? Okay, well, let's see. I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 27 male, for a little over a year now, and we live together. He's a gentleman, soft-spoken. I'm not used to any of that. My past relationships were far from healthy, and for the first few months of living together, I had to quit my job to move in with him. I was still helping paying bills as we planned for this. I saved up. I was looking for a new job, but as anyone who is unemployed and looking for a job knows, it's rough trying to get hired nowadays. Since I was the one at home for 4 months and he was working, I did all the house chores and cooking. I love to cook. Once I got a job, though, it was full-time and the house chores and everything was still on me. I ended up having a breakdown on him, explaining how stressed I was and that I needed help. He was nice, understanding about it, and he said that he would help. Nothing really changed, though. Basically, all he does now is take out the trash. If I ask him, do this, do that, he does, but I wish I didn't have to ask. I wish he'd see the sink full of dishes and think, let me do them really quick. We have a dishwasher on top of this. I don't feel like my romantic needs are being met. We have sex. It's great. He's really into foreplay, which is a complaint I've had on all my past relationships, but he's not affectionate enough. Sometimes he will hug me for a long time. He kisses my forehead and says that he loves me. Before work every morning, he kisses me and asks me about my day. When he and I come home from work, he says that he loves me daily, multiple times a day, but it's not enough for me. I feel maybe I am too needy. Okay, in that aspect, I think you are. I think that's far too needy. I mean, the fact that I am giving you the physical touch, I am giving you words of affirmation, like, sweetheart, that should be enough. I mean, what more do you want, if I'm being honest with you? That's a little much. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. That's a little much. That is being a little too needy, if I'm being straight. But I mean, the whole chores thing, it's like, look, bro, yeah, I understand if your income was enough to where she didn't have to work, then okay. I'd be like, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, girl, get in there and do these chores. What the fuck we talk about? But the fact that she works and you work, all right, bro, you're going to have to start doing something. You have to pick up your weight now, because guess what? you decided, that she's going to work too. So it's like now you got to pick up some of the slack as well. That's just got to be cut in half. Again, I would be so for her doing everything in the house if you made it to where she wasn't working. Because when she wasn't working, she was willing to do it all. She's like, I got enough time in the day to do it all. What do you mean? But now that she's working, well, guess what? You guys are 50-50, and you gonna have to do your 50, percent of the 50-50. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how that goes. See, a lot of guys, I don't understand why they like make their girl work, or not even make their girl work, but, have their girl work and then expect them to still do all of the cooking and cleaning and all this shit. And it's like, no, bruh, if you're the type of guy that can't take care of everything on just your income, well, guess what? You gonna be doing some chores too, nigga. Sadly, sorry. Now, if you're able to take care of the household on just your income and she stays home, oh, then 100%. Girl, you better go get in there and clean them dishes and, do the chores and all that shit. 100%. Because why? You're the one that's working. You're the one paying all the bills. You're taking care of her entire lifestyle. And it's a thing where, come on, man. A lot of women over-exaggerate with this shit. They're like, oh, I got to do all the cooking and cleaning. Like, come on now. That does not take you all day to do. It really don't. It don't take you all day. I guarantee you most of the day you're just chilling. You know what I mean? You got the TV on. You got some music on. You know what I mean? You're kind of enjoying most of your day. It doesn't take that long to clean your house. It doesn't take that long to do the dishes. It don't take that long to cook a meal real quick. Like, I know, because I cook and I clean. I do everything in my house. Like, bruh, I don't understand that. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? It don't take all day. So I guarantee you most of the day you just chilling. But if you working, then nah, man, your man he gotta pick it up. Because that's what it is. That's what you signed up for, bro. You signed up for 50-50. You know what I mean? You work, she works. You cook, she cooks. You clean, she clean. Like, that's what you signed up for. You signed up for 50-50, bro. You can't sit there and try to throw all that on her. Like, nah, man. Nah, that's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Nah, man. But you guys let me know what you think about that one. I'm not going to read the rest of it because she just put a bunch of extra bullshit that nobody cares about in there. So I just ended there. But let me know what you think about it. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole because I don't want my wife hanging out with this guy? Oh. All right, let's hope it's not an ex. I swear to Bob. If it's an ex, sheesh, cooked. All right. So, me and my wife have been going through a rough time lately, and she is staying at her mom's as of yesterday. Her mom picks her up from our place, and then I see on her location that 30 minutes later, she's at a random address. So, I message her saying like, hey, what's going on? Where are you? And she just says, I'm okay. Or something along the lines, completely blowing over my question of where are you? Turns out she said she's at a coworker's house. Uh-oh.
Stop the cap.
Another guy, and a guy who I expressed to her that I didn't like him and I wanted her to keep distance from him. Just the way he looks at her makes me sick to my stomach. Ooh. And see, this is what I was saying in that first situation as to where technically it's not insecure for homeboy to really think like this, because if she gets mad at him and she decides to go do something like this, well, guess what? It's going to be a lot easier for her to, do a little something than it is for him to do a little something with another girl. And what is this chick doing? Exactly what I just said. Because they could just be hanging out. It might turn, a couple drinks into kissing to, hey, you never know. All right. He's in a relationship, yet my wife, and a few other girls from their job go out together. This was last night before she leaves, either her mom, and she comes home after and says she doesn't want to be together anymore. She wants a break. Cooked, bro. Oh, it's over. It's over at that point. I mean, the moment a girl says she wants a break, bro, that's it. That tells you right then and there that she is working out something with the next man, and if it doesn't work out, she wants the right to come back. That is all a break means. When a girl says, I want to be on a break, that means she is talking to somebody else. She wants to see if this goes through, because if it doesn't, then she's like, I want to go back to yo bitch ass. And trust me, you're cooked, bro. Cooked. That break means it is over. It is over, bro. Oh, damn. Then she immediately goes to his house. She is still at her mom's today, yet they go out again together. And she just says he's helping her through this hard time and giving advice. See, probably giving a little more than advice. You know what I mean? I feel betrayed and my boundaries have been completely discarded. I am so torn up inside. I love her, but she explicitly said she fell out of love with me. So now I feel like she's cheating and I'm so fucked. Exactly what I tell you. When a girl says that I want a break, that means that she is like honestly dating some other guy. Like, let's be real. She's dating another guy. And they're not like official yet. And so what she wants to do is see where things go with this dude. And then if it don't work out, then she has the right to just come back like, oh, I'm done with our break. Let's have a good time now. You know what I mean? There's an amazing movie that points this out. And it does it fantastically. The movie is called How to Be Single. And in the movie, there's a girl. She has an amazing boyfriend. You know, dude's got a great job prospect going for him. You know, he's going into finance, doing all this. He's in school, this, and that. And she's like, I want to go on a break. And I want to, like, experience stuff, whatever. And dude is like, I ain't stupid. I know you trying to go, you know, fuck other dudes and all this kind of stuff. Like, bro, what are you doing? And so then they go on this break. She goes to New York. You know, she does her thing. She realizes, you know what? Being with other dudes is kind of trash. This whole like single lifestyle thing just ain't for me. I'm gonna go back to my dude. She tries to go back to her dude, but then homeboy is like, I'm dating somebody. Like, I don't know what you thought this was, but I'm dating somebody. Like I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. But see, that's what it is though. She wanted to go out and she wanted to meet other men and do all this other stuff. And guess what happened? It didn't work out. So she felt like, okay, cool. Since this didn't work out, I have the right to go back. And that's how women feel when they say, I want to take a break. And so it's like, nah. Once she says a break, bro, you're done. It's over. It's over, man. The relationship's cooked and it's done. It's over with. This dude that you were telling her, you know, to stop talking to, and she's like, oh, don't worry about him. You had to worry about him. Because, yeah, homeboy is up in them guts at this point. If I'm being straight with you. Because for women, they're not going to have sex or even a connection with somebody until they have severed the connection with the previous person. Women just aren't wired that way. Women can't have multiple connections with multiple guys and so they just can't. They can't do that. Like a woman can't be in love with a dude and then also be in love with another dude and sleeping with both these guys at the same time. They can't do that. Now, could they do it casually? Sure, some girls could do it, but they cannot be in love with this guy and then over here in love with this guy and having sex with them at the same time. They can't do it. That's why she literally said, I fell out of love with you because if I'm being straight with you, she broke up with you in her head a long time ago. You just finding out about it now. If I'm being straight with you, for her, she's like, I've been single for like the past couple months. I ain't gonna cap to you. But yeah, I just let your dumb ass believe that we were still in a relationship. But if I'm being honest with you, in my mind, we've been broke up. You know, and that's a thing that dudes, including myself, we don't get. We don't get that. We don't know when a girl breaks up with us in their mind. You know, we just don't see it because the girl acts like as if everything is just fine. Everything is good. But in her mind, been broke up. I mean, obviously there's telltale signs, like she won't have sex with you, or, if she does, she's not really into it. She doesn't really want to hang out that much, even though you guys live together. She doesn't really show like an interest in you as far as like, oh, babe, let's do this together, or let's do that together, or oh, what are you doing? Oh, do you want to do something? You know what I mean? Like when a girl actually loves you and cares about you, yeah, she's gonna want to hang out with you and do stuff. But if she gets to the point where she's broken up with you in her mind, well, guess what? She ain't trying to hang out with you no more. She ain't trying to do shit with you no more. So yeah. That's tough, bro. That's tough. And like I said, bro, I mean, you're not the asshole. But if I'm being honest with you, the relationship is over. Like, it is over, son. It is absolutely over. Like, it is over. Yeah. That ain't your wife no more, man. Yeah, I guarantee you the divorce papers are about to be served. Woo, that sucks. That sucks, man. Yeah. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, though, all right? You guys let me know what you think about that. But that's going to go ahead and be the end of today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a good time over here on the free April Patreon Day episode. Let's go, baby. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing. And just keep showing the support, man. Keep downloading the episodes if you're an audio listener, man. Rate us 5 stars on the listening platforms. Keep, commenting and following us on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Stay active with your boy. I love reading comments. I love getting there and being with you guys. Again, on Monday, 5 p.m., your boy will be going live. I won't be streaming today on Friday or on Sunday. I probably won't be streaming on Friday for a minute. But I will be streaming on Monday, though. I got you guys. Monday, 5 p.m. That ain't going to change. But yeah, and then next week, keep an eye out for our new book. All right, we're gonna be doing our new book next week. I am super excited about that. We got an awesome little supporter recommendation. She knows who she is. We talked about it in during a live stream, and she's excited as much as I am for it, and hopefully you guys are too, man. Because I've never read this book before, and it seems like a really cool spin on a certain other story. Let's just say that. All right. So look out for that. I'll see you guys on Sunday for our Sunday episode. Yes, you guys are getting a Sunday episode, you lucky bastards. You guys are getting a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday episode. You guys are working your boy to death in this April. My goodness. But I love you guys all. I'll see you on Sunday, and peace.